If I lose two, then I quit. I'm done. Sometimes I'll just be like self-destructive and keep going even on a losing streak. I studied a lot of your content and others' content.
So you said you play a Rocket, but you feel like it's your teammates that's letting you down. Now, that could be very true, especially with a character like Rocket, where you actually cannot really carry. You could just only assist your teammates into carrying. And if you're playing with monkeys that cannot carry you, it's impossible to win the game. So
Exactly.
now I gotta look at two things. I gotta see and be brutally honest with you if you're the problem or if your teammates are genuinely the problem. You cannot be playing a Rocket in such a low rank if you're a good player. If you're telling me it's your teammates and you're a good player, you might be in a
Hmm.
situation where your carries and your DPS and your tanks are actually not performing well. Whereas if you was to go that role yourself, you can hard carry yourself. You might be stuck in that way. If there's anything else I can ping and let you know that you're not doing and that you should do, then obviously I'll let you know too. We've got Rocket so far, right? What other
Yeah,
healers
like
do you use?
now lately I've been fiddling around with DPS Jeff. I've been fiddling around with Loki and Invisible Woman. That's why I like Rocket so much. His mobility, he has an escape. Didn't
Okay,
have
so
that
there's
escape.
there's one thing that you said that I want to cut in because I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget. With your rank, I would highly advise against playing DPS Jeff. That takes a lot of skill positioning on
Yeah.
when you need to apply pressure and get out, and it is very very hard to do.
I saw Awkward doing it.
Yeah.
That
So
YouTuber.
they make it look easy. Honestly, it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
Plus, it works best when Jeff is the third healer
Triple
in the
support.
team. Because if there's only one healer and then the other healer's gone DPS Jeff, you're technically down a healer anyway. Look, I'll be honest. Silver is a really low rank, okay? And there's
Yeah.
clearly something going on here that I'm gonna help you improve on. I'm not saying give up on it. Later on, if you solve the game and you're climbing ranks and you understand the game better, sure, try it out in quick play. And if you can bring it onto your rank games, go for it. I don't want to
Right.
discourage you, but for now, playing DPS Jeff is almost as silly as you
Totally.
playing Spider Man in this rank.
Right.
It would not
Exactly.
be worth it.
I want to play to win.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of fun with Invisible Woman. If we're talking about DPS, I like playing Namor because I studied you and I saw how all these like cheeky turret spots you can do and all the strategies you can do.
So far from what
So
you've told me, the top three picks I'd say is Rocket, Invisible Woman, and then you put a maybe to Luna. All the
I
heroes you're telling me are the heroes that I've used to climb up to like very, very high to the top like
right.
0.05%. I will see the mistakes you're making.
I had my sensitivity at like 200, 150, but I just changed it to 150 or 130, 130 based on your last video.
No, you shouldn't have done that.
Wait, oh, my bad.
Not because of
I
my
shouldn't
last
have done
video.
that.
So my last video, I clarified that I used 130, 130 for Namor, and I also went into detail saying that every hero has
Use
a
more.
different sensitivity to use, and I explained why Rocket you need to use a fast sensitivity. When you first told me you was using 210, 150, I was like, okay, you know what, that's actually a pretty good high sensitivity.
I was using 200 and 150. Should I go back to
Yeah,
that?
I would
I thought
recommend
I
going back to it because you're gonna get dived. People are gonna dive you. You need to quickly jump out and away. You got two rocket jumps for that too,
I'm
and you
used
have an
to.
easier time if you just jump away.
And I watched this video by another channel, Marvel Merchants or whatever, and I like changed a bunch of their reticles.
Yeah.
So Rocket shouldn't have Namor's. I don't know why it changed that. I have one for Rocket specifically.
Okay. Okay, so about the whole reticles, you
Yeah.
said you watched a video about reticles and people giving you tips on like maybe that might help you, but I'll be honest, none of my friends did that. I didn't even bother with that. The main thing you need to work on to improve is gonna be your gameplay.
Be honest, if you whatever you see that mistakes I'm doing, obviously I just want feedback and I'll try to improve from there. Like
I will be honest with you, and like I said, bro, I'm here to help you, so I am gonna be completely honest with
you don't need to sugarcoat anything.
you.
Do you
Yeah.
like to have a Groot when you have a Rocket?
Honestly, if I play Rocket really well, I don't even need a team up. I don't even care. The only time I would switch off Rocket is if we really don't need a Rocket and we need someone else like a Luna or like a defensive ult to win the game. What you're doing is good by placing the beacon and then giving some armor, but even with that, I don't even bother with it.
No.
No, it's not a bad thing that you're doing though. Okay. So when are you planning to place down your beacon?
Um, right,
Your res beacon.
right now.
Because you're so far you're I didn't want to say it, but I don't know why it's still not down. You went around, so that immediately right there is the first major mistake that I saw, and that's horrible. Immediately
I
once
was
you,
distracted. I was trying
yep,
to get Punisher his yeah.
nothing in the world should distract you. If there's someone in your face, you fly away from that target and you get that res beacon down and you keep it up as much as you can. That is your job. Heal res beacon, heal res beacon, heal res beacon.
Heal res beacon, heal res beacon. I like to place on high
Okay,
ground when I can.
no. Look, another mistake that you just made. Place down the buff for the Punisher. But look where you placed it, and look how early you placed it. And by the way, that Punisher's in the turn, so that's not even benefiting him. The issue was, the team just got wiped, you captured the objective, and you placed down the team up ability. You should wait for the next team fight. Wait for the next major thing to happen, so then you can place it. You also have your ultimate, and the thing with Rocket is you can get your ultimate a lot of times. So when you use it is when you see a team fight. When you see a team fight, use it. You're diving into the Psylocke ultimate. If you just ulted, you can use your yep. Oh, yeah, the positioning there was a bit tough. Right now, you have a solo tank, and once the solo tank died, you pushed up, and you should be keeping your distance. Your heals can go very far, and they can bounce off walls. When you go into a game with Rocket, I want you to start thinking, I'm never gonna die this game, and do your best to never die. You can heal from super far, and you have 2 dashes. It should be very hard for them to kill you. You have a tiny hitbox too.
True. You shouldn't be dying as Rocket. If you're dying on Rocket,
yeah, look, right now you're keeping your distance nicely. Because there's no point. Why would you get so close up to people's faces? Right now, you're focusing on healing one target, whereas the entire team of yours is getting hit. You need to also bounce walls towards them as well.
Ricochet off.
Well, what I would do is I'll shoot 1 or 2 balls. He was going to the corner. I would shoot 2 balls, like 2 heal balls. The heal balls would bounce off the walls, and that would heal him a bit up enough anyway, and then go back to my team. Because my main priority is keeping up everyone alive and healing as much as people as I can. You're not a single target healer. You're like a multi-target healer. And if you're single target healing, then it'll be better for you to pick someone else than Rocket.
I like to build a burst heal. That's why another thing about Rocket, I like you don't do that armor pack thing.
Yeah, maybe I'm just being lazy, but all I'm trying to say to you is it hasn't stopped me from climbing.
And then I waste my Rocket boost. But
I don't know if that's gonna cover everyone on the point, by the way. Teamers, behind this computer screen, can you see it? It's like where the Luna is. Place it there too. Beacon placements, you need to also have a few other backup ones as well. Keep up the Punisher alive. Keep the Punisher alive. The Punisher's ulting. Oh, you left him while he's ulting. That could have ended badly. That where your beacon spot is. You need like another spot. But for now, you're fine. Right now, you're going super far away from your team and you're not healing them. You're downstairs for some reason.
In a bad position.
Yeah. I don't know why you came down here.
I panicked. Shoot.
You're not healing.
Well, they got
you're bouncing off. Your balls are bouncing off in a room to the side where there's no one.
They got this point.
They got the game, I think.
Oh, shoot. They did get the game.
Let's go into another game with Rocket, but immediately what I saw was the first game you played, if I didn't say anything to you, someone in your team was going to die. Was going to have a res beacon down.
It should be the first thing you do.
Yeah, it should be the first thing you do. Get that thing. Because someone could get immediately picked off your team. Like, they could just die within the first few seconds. And also, when your tank was low, you focused solely on healing him and no one else. I get it. He's very low. You want to heal him up. But the balls are going to bounce around. And if you position the balls well, where they at least bounce off the 2 walls and heal him, just shooting 2 balls and going back to your team to heal them up as well would be enough. Because mainly with Rocket, you don't heal a massive amount. You just heal everyone. And that's why you get like massive amounts of heals. If someone's low on health, you cannot really save them with Rocket. You can only just gradually heal them. It's like a regeneration thing that you provide your team. But you need to provide it to as many people as you can to help win team fight. Okay, so you keep shooting off these balls at Luna that's at full HP whilst your tank's on, like, whilst there's people on the point for you with your team. You're not healing anyone right now. This is a good angle where you're at. Wait, you're all the way far back. You can see the whole point. You're bouncing off walls at them. You can bounce it around the corner too. Nice. The mistake you're making right now. Look, your Iron Man just died. I didn't want to tell you this. This was the thing that I was telling you about. When you have an Iron Man in your team, it is very vital for you to keep spinning that head of yours around to check up on the Iron Man because he has no one really to heal him up. And you can heal up the Iron Man very easily because it could be very hard for Luna to land the hits on your Iron Man as, like, with Luna, you have to kind of have accurate heals. However, with Rocket, it should be super easy heals for you.
Yeah, okay. So I have to always be looking out for Iron Man because he's in the sky.
Just heal your team, focus on your team, and then quickly, just like a radar ping, just quickly swivel around, see if he needs help, see if someone's focusing him, and then go back to your team. It should be taken. This is why the high sensitivity is good for you too. This is why I recommend the high sensitivity with Rocket.
Right. So you can constantly look up.
Okay, so what on earth is that res beacon?
It's not in a good spot. I just made a really bad play, but
yeah,
it's because I'm trying to get the beacon up here.
2 teammates have died, and they didn't get resed. Not one of them because you made a bad play with that thing, res beacon. I know it can happen. Yeah. It can happen. Yeah. But I want you to see that these small mistakes can cost you wins easily. Also, didn't want to say it, but you've had your ultimate for a while now. Yeah.
I'm just That's true. That's true. That's true.
Understand this with
I just,
Rocket.
I
Your
don't.
ult is considered to be one of the shittest ults in the game, and it just gives a damage boost. Okay? And it comes back
Yeah.
quickly. So ideally, use it as much as you can. And there is many opportunities when you can. I
Hey,
also cannot
hey,
tell by the kill feed on which one of your friend, like, is it your friends that's dying? Is it the enemies that's dying? They're both like the same color to me.
oh yeah, we're purple and then they're red. That's
For me on the
I
stream right
changed
now,
mine.
it's so you went for such a similar color pattern that I cannot see in the kill feed. Huh?
The enemy is red, and then we're purple.
Yeah, it's just on the stream, it looks like a very similar color. You cannot tell the difference on the stream.
I could change it up. What do you use? Do you just stick with the blue and
I
the
don't
red
even
for?
touch I don't touch these things. I don't even touch the reticle. If I just play perfectly, I don't give a shit what colors like the reticle is. I don't care about the health bars of my highlight. Like, I'll be able to make it work. It's up to me. I got so much more improvement to do on my own gameplay than to be fiddling around with like a reticle. Like, that's why I focus so much on myself and I judge myself harshly to improve on those areas first.
They can't
I
even
want to
get.
ask a quick question. What was the whole plan with placing the res beacon in that position?
I guess like so that it's on the high ground. My teammates could, sometimes you can put it in like a position so it's easier for them to, I guess,
Okay,
flank the enemy and sneak up.
you're thinking way too aggressively. You should be thinking about the res beacon as a defensive ability more than an offensive ability. In very rare cases, you will learn the skill as you climb up. Would you dash it behind the enemy so then they get a spawn behind the enemy to then make a play? Only the best rocket players would ever do that. For you, you just need to use them defensively and have the res beacon up for your team constantly. That right there was a bad res beacon spot, and your res beacon went on for like a cooldown of like 50 seconds. The thing that makes
Seconds.
Rocket OP, the thing that makes Rocket good, is the res beacon. If you don't have it up, you're playing Rocket for no reason. You have to get this res beacon location thing down. I would highly, highly advise you to watch my video on it.
It's got a long cooldown, but when someone's been res though, and so it did res somebody.
If it gets destroyed, it does have a long cooldown too. You're up against a Spider-Man too, you know he's going to be swinging, and he can
And he's
easily
gonna
spot
come.
it. Even then, I would never place it like as aggressively as you did to like almost into their spawn. Okay, you got Spider-Man in your face now. You wasted a dash. If I get dived by someone, right, let's say someone like a Spidey, I'm immediately looking up into the air, and I'm dashing into the air. And then maybe I'm looking for a wall to climb up. Your team. Don't turn around to shoot him. Focus on healing up your team. If he dives you, then get away. Then heal your team again. If he's low, then sure, shoot him. You're positioned very badly there. very,
I
very
know, I know.
badly.
I'm trying to
Very
get out.
badly.
Trying to get out.
You're in front of your tank as a rocket.
And part of this is because I'm panicking, by the way,
Right.
and it's hard to keep up with where everyone is sometimes. All right, it's just really.
I don't know where you're positioning right now. You're behind the enemy team. You're placing a beacon behind the enemy team, and then okay. So here's this thing with you placing the beacon behind the enemy team: is if it could work, but it could also fuck up your friend massive. What happens when your Luna spawns in behind the enemy team?
Mhm.
They're gonna fuck
Then
her up. She's outnumbered. She's out positioned. The Doctor Strange can't even like, or just like a tank can't body block her, protect her to get her back into the team. It's gonna suck. You need to cut out this placing the res beacon behind the enemy team thing right now until you rank up high with Rocket, because you're doing it horribly and it's gonna cost you games.
Thanks for being honest there. I'll change it.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just trying to escape the. Right now I'm just couldn't get past the penny
Okay.
or whatever
So
it was.
there's I'm gonna say a lot to you after this game, but another thing that I'll say to you right now is every time you've used a dash to escape, you have somehow failed to escape. And the reason why you're failing to escape and why you're dying is because you're dashing side to side. You're dashing like a meter to the left, a meter back to the right. Going forward and then you're going back to the place that you dashed from. Instead, dash upwards. Upwards and away.
Just
And away.
upwards.
Yes, upwards and to the right, or upwards twice, and then like rocket downwards. It depends on who you're up against, but the side will never work, almost never, to escape someone. It's very rare, and it's not as consistently good as dashing upward.
Okay, I have not been dashing upwards, so
You haven't, not once, and
really
you've
good.
always dived every single time. Because if you think about Rocket's dash and how far you dash, like I said, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This Rocket
I don't think
gameplay
I've
that I'm
played my
watching
best there, yeah.
is 100% silver gameplay. I don't feel like this is
Like,
I feel like you still got a lot to improve with Rocket. You need to handle your cooldowns better. You need to see your res beacon is up, and as soon as it's up, you need to use it. That's the one thing that you're not doing, which I have seen. Your ult usage is also not good. You're overlapping your ults. Rocket charges the ults very quickly, and it can change a team fight easily by damage boosting. It's not the best team fight, like it's not the best ultimate because it's not a defensive ultimate, so a lot of people hate about it. But the truth is, during team fights, if you damage boost your entire team, you can easily kill the other team entirely as well. So it is an offensive ultimate, but you should be using it way more. Why? It charges quick, and you're holding onto it for way too long. There's team fights going on, and you're still not using it. You're still not using it. You're still not using it. I think waiting to make like a big outplay with the ultimate, where like oh your team starts to lose, and then let me use it. However, you should be thinking of this as oh shit, okay, let's get the party started. Let's go, bang. Let me help. Like don't think of it as like a defensive ult.
Or defensively?
No, don't think of it as a defensive ult. Think of it as more of an offensive ult. Like let's kill them. Let's go. The fight just started. Let's go. Let's put this rocket ultimate to use. And you want to do this as consistently as you can because it charges very fast, man. It's one of the fastest charging support ults in the game.
I've been using it trying like for when I feel like we're about to start getting, mollywopped, basically start getting pounded. Then
At that point, it could be
oh shoot, we need to kill right now.
At that point, if your DPS died and you started using it when you're getting whopped, like you said, guess what? Your DPS, one of your DPS died, so now you're down a DPS and you're doing less damage overall as a team, and you could damage boost them. But regardless, if you got a Luna Snow in your team and your DPS died, then you're not really going to be doing that much damage. So
no,
use it early as you can. For now, please, for the love of God, dashing the res beacon behind the enemy team out your system and get the ults down when there's a team fight starting. That's what you need to do immediately. You see a fight of 5v5 or at least like a 4v5 at least. If it's anything lower than that, do not ult because you're more than likely not gonna win that fight anyway, and there's no point of you ulting for a match for a fight that you ain't gonna win. You have to also consider how many of your friends are alive too when you're gonna ult.
Absolutely. So it's better to do it with more people.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to tell you to use it at the start when it's a 5v5 so everyone can get damage boosted. However, if they've already killed 2 of your characters and you're only gonna boost 3 people, let's say, I don't know, a fucking tank, a healer, and a DPS. Like, are you really gonna kill 5 people with that? You probably ain't. So there's no point of you ulting then as well. You should save it for the next team fight.
Like I think I have this mentality, like if I use it, I'm not gonna get it for a long time when I might actually need it, Because the healing builds it too, not just because you rarely want to do damage with Rocket.
The healing builds it up massively. You can heal multiple people at a time. You could only shoot 1 target at a time. If you heal everyone well, if you position well, which we'll talk about too, and you're healing your entire team, I promise you, maybe not the next fight, but the fight right after you have your ultimate.
Wow, okay.
So there's a lot of key areas you need to focus on with your ult usage. Do not want you to give up on Rocket because I do feel like he's a great hero for you to actually improve on and for you to get better on. Like, there's a lot of room there, and he's an easy hero to use, and I feel like you can go far with him. Still stick with Rocket. I want you to still stick with Rocket overall. What I would say is your positioning too. You've put yourself into danger many times for no reason. Your balls bounce. They go a super far distance. I don't know why you're positioning like this, and so bad as well, where you're almost dying, and you're always panicking and always in danger. This can all be avoided if you just position well too, and you can get off more heals if you position well. You can stand behind your team and see all of your teammates and you shoot balls at them. Guess what? They're all going to be healed. That's all you need to do.
Maybe you could watch one of my replays of a game I've actually won with Rocket where I may have not, I may have had a better game and I wouldn't be playing live, but you'd be watching my gameplay of a past game with Rocket and see
I'm sure you've had a really good game of Rocket where you've almost pretty much carried and where you've done amazingly well. I'm not here to judge you on your wins. I'm here to help you not lose. I'm here to spot your mistakes and see. If you're telling me you had such a great game, why would I watch it?
I guess it's just because I want you to see me playing, during when I'm not.
If you want me to see it, I could watch this happily for you, but I guarantee you I will still spot the similar mistakes that I've spotted here, or maybe even more in that video too. Just because you won a game in silver, it doesn't mean you was doing it or you done everything perfectly. I guarantee you right now, if I was to watch this clip right now with you, I would spot mistakes too. However, I don't want to waste your time because I feel like I've already seen a lot on Rocket and I would rather get onto another hero. However, if you're saying, I really want you to watch this, I would happily watch this with you.
I guess you can see my stats. You can see I get a lot of assists. You can see I've got 29 assists here and 10 kills. And
the thing is with Rocket, it doesn't take much to get a lot of assists.
No, it's pretty easy.
He's a very good stat padder. So to me, that's not really anything special. Start really focusing on what I'm telling you that you're not doing well. And the moment you focus on these areas, I promise you, you will climb like crazy. So we got
Definitely.
cooldown management, the ult usage that we've spoken about, and how you can use it smartly as well, and stop just holding on to it and using it when you're already outnumbered and it's already too late. Putting yourself into too much danger, not positioning well to heal majority of your teammates at times. Look around you. Be observant of your surroundings. Your Iron Man died. I don't like if you don't look for the Iron Man, I promise you your other healer isn't gonna look for him in this elo. So you need to be aware, because they're not gonna do it. They're just not. Your Luna's gonna be tunnel visioned and your Luna probably sucks. You're probably playing with
No,
a
that's
lot of
true.
bad people too. So you need to, this is how you carry them. You carry them by helping them. Think about who you're up against. Oh, I'm up against a Spider-Man. Maybe I shouldn't be putting it out into the open. And then, definitely get rid of the habit of placing it behind the enemies as well, this res beacon. Dashing side to side. You haven't escaped once by dashing side to side. You need to learn to dash onto
No.
two to escape.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate your advice and thanks for being honest with me.
Me, if I got to, I don't know, let's say Celestial with 180 sensitivity, that doesn't mean 180 sensitivity is going to be good for you too. You need to find
That's
what works out best for you, and in my video I talk about how you can do that. I want you to watch that video again, listen to my tips, and find your own sensitivity too. Alright.
I did. Yeah.
You need to be pinging. When you're low like that and you're flying in the air, use your ping. I need heals.
As my grandpa said, a closed mouth don't get fed. You gotta ask, especially low elo, they're not just gonna give you the hero.
I kind of want you to make the mistake so you see it yourself as well.
I like making mistakes so I can learn from them.
Exactly.
Actually, not really.
One turret went on the floor and got destroyed within 3 seconds. The other turret was behind the bridge and not barely shooting anyone.
Right. I need to study your video again and
Yeah, is your placing your turrets too close to the battle? I want you to use the range of these turrets and see how far they can hit people. Place it really far back, and not even now you're placing it way too close in my opinion. These turrets could be on the wall behind you. Every single time you have placed a turret, it has been in front of you or to the side of you. It has never been behind you. And it's always been on the floor. Like, not always, but like you've been placing a lot on the floor. And if you watch my Namor video, you know how much I hate the floor turret placements.
That's true. Absolutely the worst spot. You don't generally want to be on the floor.
Your voice does sound very familiar to me though.
My voice does?
Yeah.
Damage. So it's hard to show you how it would be with the actual proper team comp when no one's going to be tank. Where's no one tank?
I get it. I 100% get that. But what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the mistakes you're making so you can take that onto your other games too. This game I'm not going to take too seriously. I honestly, personally, I'll be honest with you. You shouldn't care about losing games right now. You're in a low division anyway. You can lose you can go all the way back to bronze. It's not going to make a difference. You're in low elo regardless. That shouldn't matter to you. What you should say is, I'm going to improve and I'm going to get out of low elo. So let me play to improve. Don't play like the same way. You need to see these mistakes yourself and think about these mistakes yourself. You don't have a tank. Who gives a shit?
No.
Focus on what you're doing wrong. Focus on what you need to do. Because you're here to improve. You're here to get out of this shit.
Exactly.
You will have a tank the next game. Or maybe the game after that. Then you'll have a normal team and then you can win. Oh, there you go. Look, you got a tank now. Now, after they lost the round and threw the round, then they want to go tank.
They're still diving me though.
Okay.
Come on, I'm getting dove by a Wolverine. I get stuck with the bad teams when I'm streaming. That's embarrassing. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I always look forward to your uploads, man.
And if the structure gets destroyed, the turret's gone immediately. That's a very good ultimate, by the way. So nice, well played.
That was a good ultimate.
Yeah, it was quick, snappy.
Thank
you couldn't react in time, and you got wrecked. That's nice. I like it. I like the ults being quick and snappy with Namor.
Thank you. Well, thanks. It took me a while to. Do you ever use your float to get to high ground? I know some people don't recommend using it to get the high ground, and it should just be as an escape.
No.
Like if I want to get up here.
No, that's your get out jail card.
I've gotten lots of kills on Namor before. As I said, if only you could see one of my good games with Namor, but that's the same with Rocket. you know.
I've noticed many mistakes with your Namor. Place your turrets horribly. You always just dash them quickly forward and you miss the structures that you're trying to aim them on. And sometimes you've even placed them behind cover where they're not doing much to help out the team fight at all. You've also placed them so close to the fight that's going on. These turrets have a lot of range. I haven't seen you place any behind you and up above behind you, like up behind you onto like a ceiling or something. You've always placed them super aggressively in front of you and they've gone destroyed immediately. You've also placed them so many times on the ground, which I'm very, very much against. Also, you're placing them in a staggered way where you get one turn up and then you place it and then that one gets destroyed. Then you get, and then you basically what I'm trying to say is you have only one turn up at a time. Instead, what I do is I try to store 2 of the turrets so then I can quick place them and then get an empowered attack off so then I can get a kill.
You like to have 2 turrets up all the time.
Yeah,
right?
well, not at all times. There has been times when I only have 1 up where it's in overtime and I need to get as much damage. I need to get as much damage out as I can before the healers of the other team come back to the fight and heal up their tanks and stuff. But in most cases, I would always try to have 2 turrets up at a time so I can get off a 1-shot. That's the way you get off a 1-shot kill. You place the 2 turrets up, you get an empowered attack onto like a carry or a support, they'll die immediately. But you're always staggering your turrets. You're placing them one by one. You're missing them. You're putting them on the floor. They're aggressive. They're getting destroyed immediately. You've barely had your turrets up during your fights as well. And even if you have had them up, they was positioned horribly. The biggest issue wasn't even your turrets. The biggest issue was your positioning. You're going off to the side and around them, and you're an easy target. You're easily getting picked off. You need to understand something. Namor plays off range and he's only got 1 bubble and that bubble isn't even an escape. You cannot you cannot even fall back to your team if you're in a sticky situation. That is why positioning is key, and the only time you should ever position like that is if you're going to get a flank. You shouldn't focus on flanking right now. How to do a flank attack with Namor.
Okay, well, that was only 1 game. Do you want to see me try again with Namor, or
would you like me to watch another game of Namor, or would you like me to watch a game of Invisible Woman?
And you also main Invisible Woman besides Namor and Rocket, right? Those are like your big 3.
Yeah, definitely.
You want? Oh, hold on a second. Should I go into a round now?
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. The thing is with Namor 2, you're playing him way too aggressively, where you need to understand he's a defensive hero mainly. You've got range. Why are you putting yourself in such chaos? Like, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be in that environment with Namor.
That was a push map, right? But no excuses. I want to improve, so keep the tips coming because I want to get better. And I mean, I watched your video on Namor, one of your videos on Namor, and it got me excited to play Namor. So you're part of the people who convinced me to play Namor.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Woman.
I'm still learning her controls as well.
Okay. Okay, so you can see the Widow up there. I want you to get close and pull her off there. Pull her off the balcony.
Where? Hold on.
She's not there anymore, but she was poking out there at one point.
Where is she?
She's up on the balcony. You cannot really peek her. You're very low on health as well. You need to heal yourself. You double jump towards the enemies. Why? So there's 2 ways you need to heal yourself with Invisible Woman. That is one by double jumping and waiting to heal. Another is by using your shield.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the shield.
Yeah, you wasted your ball
there. Where's on my team? Where's on my...
Okay, now you need to be quick with your ultimate to counter one of their ultimates.
Okay, tell me. What ultimate is it?
Well, who do they have on their team?
Well, they have a Black Widow, they have a... They have a Namor, and they have a Bucky, so they have a good comp.
Okay, so out of those 3, who do you think you can counter with your ultimate?
Bucky.
Yeah, well done.
What?
When you start hearing again, when you start hearing that, let's go back into this position. Nice, push up with your team. You wasted your push and pull. You're also not using your damage efficiently either.
I used my... You're not going to like that play I just made. I used it, but it was too late. It was too late.
It's not the worst.
I heard
At least you had a good idea on like when you should use it. Honestly, that's
yeah. It's just practice.
Yeah, people in your rank right now wouldn't have even done that. So that's it's not like it was bad, but at least you know it's bad, and at least you know you done it a bit late, and you tried to get it off. That's fine. I cannot say anything bad to you for that.
I was just waiting for the again. And...
You was waiting for the chain. Yeah.
I'm still. Yeah.
Nice. Push them back. Fall back to your team. You're staying inside this little room here. What I would do is I'll place a shield here for this little guy who doesn't want to leave this room with you for some reason. And I'll go back to healing your team.
Okay.
Watch out, though. line of sight where you can see multiple allies. I don't know why you keep using this.
Oh,
ball
I
in such a
wasted
wrong
something
way.
because I'm trying to figure out.
You keep using this ball in. You haven't used this ball
Wrong. I keep
efficiently
using.
once. Like in your positioning currently, behind the cart, shooting things at your team in a line. Yep, nice. You saw the Magneto, right? That walked past you. Yeah, nice. Okay. Um. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's.
I hear it, but I don't have my ult. Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'm shielding just whoever I feel like is is in the front, who's in the most. I'm also just focusing on surviving. Okay, I think I used it the right way that time.
Let me
I
see.
think.
Yep.
That
You
was.
need to shoot your damage ball to where the no. This damage ball
They'll
that you're
definitely need.
using, you haven't used it good once. You need to use it to where there's a clutter of enemies,
Oh man,
or
come
leave it
on.
on
We
the
were doing.
cart.
Leave it on the cart.
Uh, okay.
The damage ball
You need to
is
heal.
the
You're frontlining.
front lining,
Yeah, you're stepping way too ahead
trying to stay alive, I guess.
by going into them.
No, probably no. You know what? Getting behind them like probably not the best thing to do. You're right. Because I'm not a flanker. I'm a healer, so I
You
shouldn't be
just got
behind them.
yeah, and now you got so many people onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I used to use. I knew he was gonna
Um,
die before you even died.
the distraction.
It's just not where you should be. It's not where your character's built to be, and it's not what you're made to do. I'm
I
gonna
was
be
trying to play like
honest.
Silent.
I don't want to see any more gameplay with Invis from you because I feel like it's still very new to you, and there's still so much you need to work on. And I don't think I should. And I'm here to make use of your time as efficiently as I can. Yeah, you need a lot of work with her, and it
I've only played her like in quick play so far. I haven't. I just started playing her like a couple days ago. Like
It's
play
a
with
very
her.
good and fun character, and you would have a lot of fun playing with her. It's just you need to do a lot of work on her first.
I do.
I would highly recommend you watching my video on it after this session, and also just a few quick things that I've noticed. Like you would panic, you would double jump, then immediately get out of invisibility, whereas you should stay invisible to escape. People can stop focusing you, then focus someone else, then you can come out of invisibility, so then you can heal yourself. Many times you double jump and then you immediately come out of invisibility, and then or you just don't double jump. Going to all of this in my Invisible Woman video, so I don't want to cover this too much. However, at one point you did go off to a side room and focus on this one target, just trying to heal them constantly. That target off
Yeah.
to the side is a monkey. He needs to die to learn his lesson. Your entire team is on the cart, focus on healing them. If you've healed him up and he keeps staying there and he doesn't listen, you can ping him to fall back too. If he doesn't listen, let him die.
Okay. Don't even
Because
try to
you're
save.
screwing yourself over by putting yourself in that box of a room too, and the rest of your teammates aren't getting heals. There's only 2 healers in the team.
Okay.
One
Just
is
let
off in
him.
the corner, jacking someone off in a room.
Yeah. It's kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Like
Yeah, at
he's
that
making
point,
his own bed.
exactly.
He's making his own. He's making his own
Don't
bed at
let
that
him
point.
screw you over like that too.
He was in bad positioning, and I
Heal
should
him,
not be
ping him
giving
to
him.
fall back. If he
Yeah.
listens, good. If he doesn't listen, okay, screw you. I'm focusing on my team.
Right. Healing more people rather than just focusing on this one person who's
Yeah, who's being stupid to the side
bad
and he's not
positioning.
listening.
Probably should stick with my team, or I shouldn't be positioned there. That's good advice. But thank you for reminding me, because that's something I need to work on as well. Okay, I'll go into another game as Namor then.
Now over here, I would position myself in front of that van where the Punishers with the turret. Of the building behind you. You know where the van is? That's
Right
behind.
here.
Okay, so
Right
immediately
here.
both of your turrets are behind cover and they're not really shooting as much as they should. Can you see that building? Yep. Wait. Pinging your team to fall back too. I don't think your tank should be too aggressive. Just keep your distance. Stop moving forward into your team. Oh, this is no. You're putting yourself into danger. This is why you're you was in a good position and then you moved up yourself for no reason. First mistake there. You was doing well, and then again you put yourself into danger yourself. You fall back. You don't attack. You don't.
Fall back.
You need to understand. You need to fall back sometimes. If you've lost the fight, fall back. If you're losing a fight, if you're getting pushed in, if your team's getting pushed back, fall back. Don't try to push them back. Don't try to fight like that. This isn't. You're not a tank. If you want to play like that, you should play a tank. The mistake you're making is you're placing the turrets one by one. So right now
Yeah,
you're tickling
I
them.
need,
You're tickling them with
I
only
need,
one turn.
I need.
Go to the right, get the health pack, and try to do a flank attack right now because they're gonna push up around the point. Drop down onto the floor. You know where the health. Never mind.
There's a Namor in front of me. Oh, I got him. You saw that.
I could see you find the name on. Okay. Yeah, we did get him. Nice. All right, let's heal up. Now you can easily do flank attacks. No.
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 You done a nice ult, but you could kill the Jeff. The Jeff is low. Oh my god.
It didn't kill anyone though.
Okay. You didn't kill anyone, you're right. But the Jeff, I swear to you, in the replay, you can watch it. There was a Jeff just to your left on one hit. He was one hit. Instead, the tanks in front of you are at full HP and you're trying to focus the tanks.
So I could have gotten the...
You could have easily gotten the Jeff. Although your ultimate didn't kill anyone, most of the time it's not going to kill none. It's going to knock them down. If someone... Look, if there's a tank in front of you at full HP... and you're the only one on the point, let's be real, you're gonna die. Before you die, you'd want to look around. You'd want to look around and see if there's anyone you can kill. Because you're definitely not going to kill the tank that's in front of your face full HP.
But they're ahead, but I need to fall back now.
Well, yeah, if your team got wiped out and
I
they
don't
just ulted, then
know
yeah, fall
what
back.
they're doing.
You're still not falling back, though. You're in this building.
They got the cart.
Okay.
Oh, my team's on the other side.
If you get a
I
health
just need
pack,
to die.
if you
I need
get
to
two
die.
turrets right now, you could place two turrets onto the... Okay, you didn't
No,
heal
I
up.
died.
Yeah, you
I
had
didn't heal
you
up.
had a little bit of health, and you still didn't heal yourself up. You still tried to fight with a little bit of health. This ain't gonna work. What you could have done though, if you're in a bad position like that, you're probably gonna die. What you can do is get yourself to full HP and try to do a flank attack. Get your two turrets down, empowered attack, get a one-shot kill on someone.
When you're
you missed the two goddamn turrets again. I need you to stop the habit of you dashing your turrets forward. I want you to start the habit of dashing your turrets behind you in a defensive position instead.
should be behind you, not
Behind and above you. At least for you right now currently with how badly you're placing these turrets, only behind you.
They got a better Namor than me right now. They just ulted, so I got them to ult. That's good if you can bait out their ult.
Or
right?
Yeah, but you could have killed that guy as well. Your cooldown management.
Oh, Punisher flanked me.
So why are you moving out? Wait, I'm so confused. You were safe.
You did it
there.
right.
I get it, but you were safe up there. He isn't gonna climb up there. Move back. Why did you bubble then jump ahead into the open?
That was a bad play. Bad play, yeah.
Yeah, but understand why it's a bad play. You jumped out into the open. You're making it easier for him to kill you. Instead, you should be thinking, okay, Punisher ulted. Well, where's the best place I can hide right now?
Oh, I didn't know he was. It was right after I jumped off, and he ulted.
Get it, but you were safe up there. He isn't gonna climb up there. Move back.
I think I was trying to help. Peel for my team.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Since watching you, I don't think you've gotten a single one-shot kill with Namor with two turrets down. And in all of your Namor games, I've seen your turrets get destroyed very easily, and I've seen bad turret placements. I'd recommend definitely a lot more time into quick play before you start playing Namor into rank. And again, like the first map, you placed it onto a destructible structure, your turret, so now they immediately both got destroyed. You're making way too many mistakes with Namor is what I'm trying to say, and you're not really doing much as I would want you to with Namor. I would recommend you playing someone as easy as even Hawkeye, just to stay back behind your team and pop shots, and you'll be more useful than you are with Namor right now.
Really? I thought Hawkeye was like hard because you have to like have good aim with Hawkeye, so I've never really played.
Well, I'll put you to this way. You have aim with Namor right now, and we're struggling to get kills. We're struggling to get one-shot kills with him. We're not really making anything work right now. So at least with Hawkeye, maybe you might get a lucky headshot. I got. Nice ultimate, jeez, bro. Well played.
Thank you.
That's the one thing I would say about you. I'm very happy with how quick you're casting these ultimates and how accurate you are with them. That's very at this point. If I have to say something, is you're ulting much better than a silver player would. You don't take long. You aim quick. Most of the time with people in low elo, they would take so long to aim their ultimate and then they just can't get off a good one, and they went like, you've been good. This isn't the first good ultimate I've seen from you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, dude.
But you got a bubble.
Their strange totally just tried to.
Right, but you got a bubble.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
How
Oh my
how did
god!
he
Oh my
get
god!
that
Oh my
ultimate
god!
off
Oh
onto
my
you
god!
when you got a bubble?
I don't know. Did my bubble was on cooldown. I think my bubble.
No, no, it wasn't.
I hit it too late. I did not expect that.
Oh well.
But there we go. That's how you escape. Where is he? Where is
Okay,
he? You
well,
stop.
first of all, that isn't a good Jeff because he should have just jumped off. You have failed to dodge 2 ultimates when you got one of the best ult dodging abilities in the game. You got a bubble. You need to learn to use this bubble quickly and rapidly. So now that your bubble's down, try to play a little bit safe and not get yourself into too much danger.
Sure.
Nice. I guess you got 1 kill. I would rather use the ultimates on where the majority of the team is.
Not a good Jeff.
Oh,
You still got. I don't like having to waste my bubble on Jeff. And I wasted my empower. I know.
I mean, you wasn't falling off the map there. You didn't need to bubble. You could have just dashed out 2 things.
That's
Don't
true.
panic. You're in control. If you can see it's just a Jeff, you know how much damage he can do. You know he's not going to one-shot you. You couldn't. You failed to dodge another ultimate again.
That's the third time this guy has.
Oh, God. Come on, bro. You got to be quick. You had your bubble. You had your bubble.
He hasn't killed me this.
I know, but he's still like that's a bad Jeff. You need to understand the reason why he's not killing you is because you're good. The reason why he's not killing you is because he sucks. He should be diving off the map with you.
Yeah.
So
He's
that's
not. He should be.
you're not doing anything good right now.
He's trying to stay alive. He's trying to stay alive.
However, what I would say is we are coming towards the end of the session now. It has gone over like it's 2 hours and 10 minutes now. With your Namor, I'm gonna be honest. If I was to watch your gameplay and if you was to ask me, oh, like why am I in silver? Is it because of my teammates or is it because of me? I would say I'm watching a silver player, and there's a lot of mistakes you're making, especially with Namor. Like I can spot them good as well because, like you said, like I've mained them and I've played them a lot. And the turret placements you have a lot of issues with. You keep placing them onto destroyable structures and then they just immediately get deleted. You keep placing them ahead of you and then they just get deleted. Your turrets are barely up. You're placing them one at a time. They're not in good positions. You're not getting these empowered one-shot kills. There's a lot of things you're not doing with Namor. However, the one thing that you was doing really well is gonna be the ults. I did like your ults that you was using. If you just work on everything else apart from the ult of Namor, then I feel like you will improve. Because I don't believe you would be climbing right now currently with how you're playing with Namor. I just don't think you would at the moment. Because you got so much to work on.
Glad that you're being honest because I don't wanna hurt my chances, right? I do wanna improve and get better, so
Or try Namor. Don't give up on him. He's a very, very good hero. But like for example, like, you're not even dodging ultimates with your bubble. You could say, oh yeah, I escaped from the Jeff. That Jeff sucks. That Jeff is a silver Jeff player. If that was any other Jeff player, they'll be jumping off that map to instantly kill. You didn't escape that Jeff. That Jeff let you.
All 3 times.
Yeah. That's how bad he sucks. He sucks so much. Think about it. He sucks so much. He done the same mistake 3 times and he kept on doing it. That's who you're up against.
Yeah, they didn't learn the first 2 times. Okay.
So you should be able to carry this elo map. Bro, there's so many, like, if you just use your brain, I promise you, the more you think of solutions for the situations that you're in and how you can counter people, the easier it's going to be for you. For example, with Rocket, like, you was ulting when the battle was already lost, you're wasting your ultimate, you're overlapping them, you're not really thinking. I want you to think more.
Think more. Okay. Think ahead. Should I be trying to track other people's ultimates at this stage?
It could be useful. Yeah, definitely could be useful. Don't be too stressed out about it, but have like a general idea on like when you should expect it.
I appreciate you taking time to do this.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
No worries, man. I'm always here to help. What I would say to you as well is I wouldn't want to take another session with you for coaching anytime soon. Play for a bit, play for like a month or two. Let me know how you go. Let me know how you're working on these things that I told you to do. But yeah, with all that being said, man, I gotta go to bed, man. I came back from a 12-hour shift, so I'm sorry if I wasn't as enthusiastic or if I wasn't as energetic, but yeah.
No, you're good. I'm excited that we did this finally, and I was looking forward to it. And I'm excited to keep practicing and improving. And I look forward to the notes that you send me.
Actually pay attention to what I'm saying and actually work on them. And then, like, if you was to tell me you're going to book another session tomorrow, I'll reject.
Oh, I appreciate that. Maybe season 2 then. Maybe season 2
maybe
or
season
2.5.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, thank you, man. I don't want to take any more of your time.
Right.
I appreciate you.
No worries, man. I'm going to head to bed, but yeah, you take care, yeah?
Take care and sleep well, man.
All right. Thank you. The Discord where I coach people from Gold to Grandmaster and host one-to-one sessions and have a testimonial section there proving it. The Discord where you can find players that actually want to rank up and not the monkeys you get online. Yeah, that Discord. The link will be in the description.